Chapter 7. A Fractured Trust. The days that followed were both tense and confusing for Hiro. Though Ryu's mother, Bora, treated him with cautious kindness, the rest of the village, including Ryu's father, Riku, remained distant. Wherever Hiro went, he felt the weight of golden eyes watching him, their gazes filled with suspicion and unease. Ryu stayed by his side, offering quiet reassurance. But Hiro couldn't shake the feeling that his presence here was disrupting something sacred, something he didn't yet fully understand. One afternoon, Hiro and Ryu walked to the edge of the village, where a small stream wound through the forest. The sound of flowing water filled the air, a soothing counterpoint to the tension Hiro carried. "Why do they hate me so much?" Hiro asked, breaking the silence. "They don't hate you," Ryu said softly. "They fear what you represent. Humans have taken much from this forest. They've cut down trees, polluted the rivers, and driven away the spirits. My father, he's seen it all. He's lost friends, family. He thinks letting a human in will lead to more pain." Hiro looked down at the stream, watching the water sparkle in the sunlight. "But I'm not like that." "I know," Ryu said, placing a hand on Hiro's shoulder. "And I believe, in time, they'll see it too." Hiro nodded, though he wasn't sure he believed it. As they stood there, the sound of footsteps approached. Hiro turned to see a young woman with long white hair and a sharp gaze walking toward them. "Yuna," Ryu said, smiling. "What are you doing here?" "I came to find you," Yuna said, her tone brisk. She glanced at Hiro, her expression unreadable. "Father wants to speak with you." "Both of you?" Hiro's stomach twisted. "Me too." "Yes," Yuna said, her voice cool. "It's about the forest?" The three of them walked back to the village, where they found Riku waiting near the central clearing. A few other fox spirits stood nearby, their murmurs quieting as Hiro and Ryu approached. "What's going on?" Ryu asked, his tone cautious. Riku's eyes were hard as he addressed his son. "There's been a disturbance near the western border. The trees are dying, and the spirits are fleeing. We believe it's the work of humans." Hiro felt his heart sink. "Humans? Are you sure?" "We're sure," Riku said coldly, his gaze cutting through Hiro. "This is exactly why I didn't want a human here. Your kind always brings destruction." "That's not fair," Ryu said, stepping between his father and Hiro. "Hiro hasn't done anything wrong." "Not yet," Riku said. "But his presence here could draw others. If they find this village, it will be the end of us." "That won't happen," Ryu said firmly. "How can you be so sure?" Riku demanded. "You're blinded by your feelings for him." Ryu froze, his golden eyes widening. The clearing fell silent, the tension thick in the air. "You think I don't see it?" Riku continued, his voice low and dangerous. "You've let a human into your heart. That's a weakness, Ryu. One that could cost us everything." "Stop it," Ryu snapped, his voice shaking with anger. "Hiro isn't a threat. He's here because the forest chose him. Why can't you trust that?" "Because the forest isn't always right," Riku said. He turned to Hiro, his eyes blazing. "If you really care about my son, you'll leave." "No." Hiro felt like the ground had been ripped out from under him. He opened his mouth to speak, but no words came. "I'm not leaving," Hiro said finally, his voice trembling but resolute. "I came here because I care about Ryu. I'm not giving up that easily." Before Riku could respond, Bora stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. "That's enough, Riku. You're letting your fear control you. Hiro hasn't done anything to harm us. And if the forest truly chose him, we should listen." Riku looked at her, his jaw tight. For a moment, it seemed like he might argue, but then he turned and walked away without another word. The crowd slowly dispersed, leaving Hiro, Ryu, and Bora standing in the clearing. "I'm sorry," Bora said gently. "Riku's heart is heavy with the past. But I believe he'll come around in time." Hiro nodded, though he felt the sting of Riku's words lingering in his chest. Ryu placed a hand on Hiro's arm, his touch steadying. "Are you okay?" "I don't know," Hiro admitted. I don't want to be the reason your family is torn apart." "You're not," Ryu said firmly. "My father's anger isn't about you, it's about his own pain. And we'll face it together." Hiro managed a small smile, grateful for Ryu's unwavering support. But as they walked away from the clearing, he couldn't shake the feeling that Riku's words had planted a seed of doubt in his heart.